It's the rundown brought to you by Zane with support from Inkits and Ashanti Furniture Company Limited here in Accra. And I have Bra, come now in the studio. Come now. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, man.
And where do I start from? How was the campaign trail?
It was good. You know, at least we succeeded in introducing something, you know, in Ghana. We succeeded in making everybody feel free and expressing his own views, and I think it's good.
I've heard you on a couple of radio stations, people trying to lambast you for your association with the campaign. Do you have any regrets for embarking on such a project?
Yeah, I have regrets because we're trying to live in a new age, in a new world, in the 21st century where things are done maturely. People should learn to be tolerant of each other because, you know, things get harder and harder and more difficult as, you know, the world moves ahead. And whilst everybody is trying to, you know, kind of like be like, hey, we must be able to kind of tolerate each other's views, respect each other's views, and be able to live in the same society freely without any intimidation, without any victimization. Others still, excuse my language, think myopic and think we should be living like the primitive days, which I don't think so.
So you regret because you think that you did not achieve?
No, I regret for those who think that way. But I believe there are so many people who actually buy our idea of, you know, we being able to speak our mind, speak our views, what we think about something. You know, I think there are so many people kind of share the same dream.
What actually got you onto the platform?
As a young man, or I would say as a youth, in a country like Ghana, where we are seen to be, you know, one of the, you know, promising countries in Africa, practicing good democracy, I was thinking, I need to contribute my quota, you know, because I believe I'm a musician and I have people who actually love what I do, and through that I think I can send a message across, you know, a very good message. In a nutshell, I would say there were two main leaders, people who wanted to lead our country, and definitely we can't have two presidents, we'll have one president, so there should be a choice. Are you getting what I'm saying? And I saw the two, I heard them speak, and one of them touched my heart. So I went, campaigned for one, I endorsed one. Unfortunately, he didn't win, you know. So after that, I would say that the fact that he didn't win doesn't mean I regret. I don't regret at all. Everybody in Ghana knows the capabilities of Nana Addo Dankwa.
But some also think that you actually did that purely out of financial, you know, aggrandizement.
It's quite unfortunate for anybody to think that way, because I would say that apart from the fact that I want to see my nation move forward, I don't understand why any musician does anything and gets paid for doing his job and people have problems with it. I don't think that, I said this on another network, I don't think that the person who provided PA system or the person who actually put together or nailed the platform for the campaign to go on, or the stage to go on, did it for free. I don't understand why anybody has a problem with the fact that a musician went on stage, performed, and he got paid for it. He did his job.
Maybe some also think that, I mean, a musician, you're playing a role like a preacher, like a pastor, you know, like a unifier, somebody who should bring some people
unifier.
together.
You see, I don't want us to see politics as something like which brings conflict. We all praying to get rid of that thing, you know, so that we'll be in a country where we are in an election year and there is no panic. Just like in the US, it's an election year and there's no panic, because the last thing anybody is thinking about is a civil war, because they are tolerant. This person says I'm for Obama, the other person says I'm for McCain. You understand what I'm saying? Freely. You see, the Americans were doing it. We were watching CNN, watching BBC, and we saw it, that it was so beautiful. Why is it that we are learning so many things from the West? so many negative things. There are so many negative things we absorb easily. But this is very positive, and we can't tap it into our democracy. It's quite unfortunate.
So you think that nobody should have a problem with the musician
at all?
declaring his...
I am happy because I believe in 2012 there will be so many celebrities who are coming out plainly to say, I'm for that candidate, I'm for that candidate. And it will be beautiful, you know, because we've gotten to an era where we don't want to see our country retrogress. We want to see progress in our country. We have to push for good things for our country, because if we do that, that is when we're preparing a special grounds for the youth of today, because we are the future leaders. If we advocate for something better now, in the years to come, we are going to benefit.
You actually did that all that out of a pure conviction, not actually for financial stuff. All right, so in case you're a little late, don't worry. We're still here with Kwabena. Well, it's been a while, you know. It's been a while. Personally, it's been a while, and I'm having an opportunity to find out from him his thoughts on the elections, his role, and stuff like that. And let me come to with regards to what transpired here. Do you have a personal problem? Do you have a personal beef with Bandana?
I am amazed, because I would say the first time I had an encounter with him was when Madhouse came on. He's not somebody I know. I wouldn't call him somebody who's even close to me. So I was quite surprised to hear him talk like that. I don't know what was wrong with him, but I'll reserve it there. I don't want to sit on this network and talk about him. If anybody is doing anything for fame, you could see, you know, because it's quite unfortunate, the kind of things and the kind of language he used. You know, I just want to say to him that this is the 21st century. The world is growing. Everybody needs to grow up.
Have you listened to the song?
No, I actually just, you know, when somebody cued me to listen to it, I heard the latter parts of it. I heard him sing all sort of things about Makoko Kumate and all that. You know, it's quite unfortunate. I was speaking to Mark, I think yesterday, and he said something. He actually gave Bandana the first chance to be on Gold Blast. He took him to TV3 and say something about somebody like that. It's quite unfortunate. I just don't know. I just don't want to, you know.
All the artists mentioned, or all the personalities mentioned on the song, are you guys, you know, going to come together and then probably react to it?
No. It's not necessary. You see, ex-president Kufuor said something that if you're in the bathroom and, excuse me to say, a lunatic comes to take your clothes away, you don't follow. I mean, it's not necessary. We just have to, if you don't understand something, maybe you need to really dig into it and understand it before you do anything. I was asking myself, what if Nanado won?
People will be running to you now.
You say,
so now, link me.
We'll live with a bunch of people.
Well, I'm sorry to take you back again, because it looks like there's some questions coming to the control room there. What exactly did Nana say that inspired you so much to actually jump on the campaign?
You know, over the years, we've not heard any politician talk about arts and culture. We've not heard anybody. Not President Kufuor, ex-President Kufuor, not ex-President Rawlings. All right, these are the ex-presidents we've had, and over the years, I'm a young man. I don't know about, you know, the past, but I'm talking about present times. We've not heard anybody speak about the arts and culture industry. You realize that when you take certain countries, when you, for example, let's be in Africa, Senegal, find out what entertainment does for their economy. People like Youssou N'Dour, how much they contribute to the Senegalese economy. You know, so when Nanado came out to say, I want to use arts and culture, it's going to be the pillar of my government, we were all amazed that he really knew what he was talking about. He really knew how much money entertainment or the arts and culture industry can generate. Think about it. Filmmakers and musicians, how many people we employ in this country? The duplication houses, to the people who sell CDs on the board, to Cantamanto, everywhere. TV stations, we give you content. Radio stations, we give you content. So you can imagine anything you're doing without music. You can imagine how it would be like. So if anybody comes out to say, I'm going to use this as a pillar of my government, and it is the industry I belong to.
Of course, you need to support.
Me not being selfish, and me realizing how many people will be employed through that, I need to fight for that to happen.
Would you want to disclose how much you made out of it?